Its destiny had been foretold. Its fate had been forewarned. He did not know that something so sweet could be so...
As it says, could be so evil. The sweetest things in this world sometimes can have a bitter taste in your mouth. Everything that glitter is not gold, as we all remember and we all was told. It's not easy to fall in love, but love makes the soul grow stronger within each other. On the subject of love is a very, very tricky subject. Everyone has their own definition of what love is, what love's supposed to be, and what love ain't. And when you're in a relationship with somebody, it can often be misconstrued. Love can be confused as lust. You can actually be lusting over somebody instead of really loving that person. And nowadays it seems like the toxic type of love is what is being promoted and agenda side. That's why this one is called Death by Temptation. Temptation is a very powerful drug, especially for a man. It drives a man insane when he's tempted by a woman that he is lustful after, wants her body. Sometimes her mind, but mostly her body, because that's what he sees first. And the man goes by his sight before he start really thinking with his brain. Women lust after men too, but they really lust after the top 10% of men that's doing well off, the celebrities, the stars in their so-called field that has popularity around the world. This Death by Temptation movie was a lot of lessons to be learned, especially when it comes to a man lusting after a beautiful woman who seems so righteous, seems so holy, seems so pure inside. On the outside, but inside she's really a monster, a demon, a hell spawn, a serpent who is your worst nightmare, but on the outside seems like your wildest fantasy. She can portray herself as the sweetest woman in the world, but deep down inside she's really the meanest woman in the world. They say if you make her that way, but sometimes she's already built that way before you even meet her. But once you start to really try to get to know her, you see her true side and not her representative, the person that she pretends to be. But you start seeing the person that she truly is. And led into temptation can lead you into a rabbit hole that you can never come back from.
I'm sort of kind of taking a break right now.
Well, tell me, Joel, how does one just simply take a break from God?
Blessed is the man.
As he was saying in that clip, blessed is the man that endures temptation. Because temptation, like I said before, is one hell of a drug. It can lead you into damnation. And it's so hard, especially for a man, not to be led by temptation. When as a man you struggle with it on a daily basis. And often when you lose sight of the Most High God, that's when temptation can really come in and destroy you if you allow it to. We live in a very lustful world that promotes sex everywhere you go. The sexy models, sexy actresses, and it's just sex that sells. but it's the sex that will kill you too if you're not careful who you're having sex with. As you can see in this picture, when the demon/devil does his deed, is very pleased to see the misery and pain in others. Misery and pain brings the demon pleasure. That's how you know you're dealing with a demon, when they're happy to see you miserable instead of happy to see you happy. You see, that's how wicked temptation can be when you're tempted by an evil, wicked person. When you have the Most High God on your side, you are protected, but you are very much challenged to the highest difficulty level when God is protecting you. When you're chosen by God to do His work, the demons and devils really want you bad. And they will do anything to try to stop your forward progress, try to prevent you from reaching the goals that the Most High God has for you. But you got to keep pushing forward, no matter how difficult it gets. And don't allow temptation to get the best of you, even though I know it's tough being tempted on a regular basis. But it's possible to overcome all these obstacles through the good Lord. This movie, Death by Temptation, showed that the Jezebel spirit will use any form imaginable or possible, especially when it's covered in beautiful flesh, to destroy you and to come at you and give you the things that they think you want. But it's only an illusion, because lying in their bed is basically making your own deathbed for yourself, because you're dealing with a demon, devil spirit. You're not dealing with a righteous, holy spirit. And that devilish spirit want to confuse you, want to watch your every move, want to study you, want to use your inspiration against you, want to discourage you from reaching your highest potential. But you must ignore that demon, and you must push forward to keep on going, because that's the only way you can overcome it, because it won't stop until it destroys you. And then when it destroys you, it's just gonna move on to another person that's chosen by God. It won't stop, but you can stop it through the good Lord. I'm gonna give you a couple of signs to know how you're dealing with a demon, devilish, temptation spirit. One, if they're not helping you to reach your goals or to achieve your dreams. Two, if they're constantly starting arguments for no reason and want to nitpick at every little thing you do. Three, if it just seems like they just want to drain you of all your energy all day, no matter what you do, no matter how nice you are to them, they still be mean and hateful to you. And they tell a lot of lies. They live in lies. That's their life, a lie, a fantasy world that they created for themselves, an evil